Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this session, we are going to get the information about 10th Standard Social Science, English Medium, Political Science, Unit number 1, the problems of India and their solutions. Let's come to the what are the very important learning points from the lesson. In this unit, we learn unemployment, corruption, discrimination, especially gender discrimination, caste discrimination, regional inequalities, the concept of communalism, terrorism, corporate strategies. Introduction for the lesson, the problems of India and their solutions. India has faced numerous external and internal problems since 1947, as before the independence of the Europeans. After the independence, there will be a more number of internal problems we are faced. Either it is a framing of the constitution, formation of the states, and so many internal problems. These problems have to be managed through efficient administration. For that, the support of citizens is needed for our democratic governments at the center, state, even local levels of governments. Now, let us see what are the problems faced by our country. Isn't it our duty to know this? Everyone. Yes, absolutely. We need to know and also find some solutions to these are all the problems. Among that, most of the problems are human made and national emergencies. Hence, the need is to find a reasonable and human solution. The solution is to be found through good administration, social reformation, fast and efficient judiciary is very essential. This solution needs to be blocked by people's support. Let's know more about what are those problems facing by India. Among that, the first point, that is unemployment. So, what is the meaning of unemployment? Unemployment is a situation where a person does not find work in accordance to his capacity or qualification. India has a huge population and unemployment is become one of the biggest problem of India. Then what are the reasons behind for this unemployment? So among that, there will be a overpopulation and improved technology. As the technology, it has been improved innumerably and machines are replaced the human beings. Obviously, it created unemployment. So apart from overpopulation, improved technology, there will be a shortage of natural resources, over dependency on the agricultural field, ruined cottage industries, small scale industries, household industries, and lack of skill based education. Unemployment has become a huge problem for the unemployment. As some of the solutions, remedies, if you are going to be point out for this unemployment, here some of the statistics. According to 2011 census, the annual poverty growth is 21.9%. This indicates the growing problem of unemployment in India. as in order to solve the poverty related to issues, both the central and state governments have taken various measures to generate employment for people. Various schemes, various programs has been undertaken for the creation of employment opportunities. Many steps have been taken to improve the skill level of the job seekers so that they can have better access to employment. And even it is providing some of the loans, subsidies to enable the people to engage in self-employment like Skill India, Make in India, Made in India. So such kind of many programs has been undertaken, and financially if the peoples are become strong enough, obviously they can engage in self employment. So these are all some of the very important measures has been undertaken. In reality, handicrafts and products created out of self employment are unable to compete with the goods which are created by the globalized economy, and this has further complicated the issue of unemployment because of, as a globalized economy, even the products which are manufacturing in a handicrafts or in small scale industries, those are all the products are producing in large scale industries also. Hence the solution is to inculcate world class skill to our people so that they compete with the globalized production. Apart from this, every citizen of our country should be encouraged to indulge in one or the other employment by providing job oriented courses to all is the another strategy to think on. That is the only solution for remove unemployment from India. So this is about the information unemployment. And the next one problem, that is corruption. The meaning of corruption. Corruption means offering bribe and following any other illegal means to achieve some illegal benefits. Corruption is another social evil in the public life of India. Now the corruption has spread to all strata of the society, in all classes of the society. Nowhere we cannot expect in the field there is no corruption. Like that, it has been spread like a virus. Corruption stays away from the legal framework in its operation. So this also can be defined as misuse of public authority for personal gains, to put the signature, to create an work expecting for their benefits, personal gains, utilizing by the public authority, by the some officials, sweeping away all the procedures for a narrow personal gain, for their benefit, for their personal growth. They have been not following the procedures, can also become termed as a corruption. It has become contagious disease in a personal life of Indians. Then what are the effects we can identify the corruption? Corruption influences negatively on both personal as well as public sphere of life. It influences the economic, social, political life of country negatively, whereas it also means an immoral thing from the political angle. Corruption of personal ethics and morality happens in the personal sphere. In public sphere, bribery, nepotism, caste favoritism, and internal slowdown of the work appear as various forms of corruption. These are the spares like bribery, nepotism, caste favoritism, and internal slowdown of the work appear as various forms of corruption. During the election time, all these evil practices simply find inroads into the social life. Even if we continued the effects of corruption, political corruption leads to crime. It also provides motivation of corruption in public life, nourishes the misadministration on the part of officials. Even things like tax evasion, illegal hoarding, smuggling, economic offences, cheating, violation of international exchange, employment cheating. So these all find space in corruption. So these are all in generally we are going to be identify where the corruption has been spread. So it is possible to root out corruption by either rejecting it at personal level or just going along with it. That is the only two options. It can be rooted out only through strong public ethics and morality and personal commitment. Many a times, natural human tendency for selfishness, eagerness to find lead a person to engage in corruption. Lack of strict supervision and weak legal enforcement leads to corruption. Then we can find out some of the solutions for the corruption, like political will and public support is inevitable for tackling corruption. Ethical political leadership is very essential. Good offers, good officers, and politically aware, educated public can weed out this corruption. Some of the institutions like Lokpal and Lokayukta can bring down corruption drastically. Education institutions can take a lead in this direction, whereas by installing CCTV cameras in government offices and increasing efficiency of government work can also bring down the intensity of the corruption. Measures like awarding harsh punishment for corrupt officials can also bring some change. Increasing the number of courts and judges can also rein in corruption. In nutshell, coordinated efforts are needed to address this burning social problem. So these are some solutions to root out from our country the social evil like corruption. So let's come to the one more problem, that is discrimination. Discrimination is based on gender, caste and reason is a more evident in India. Like Indian society is made up of the patriarchal values. Patriarchal, nothing but father is head of the family. So that our Indian society is made up of father based on values. It discriminates the role woman and man according to patriarchal values. There is no value, there is no status for the women. Hence, inequalities are there between men and women in our society. Obviously, we are going to be find out imbalances, equalities, we are going to be find out between men and women. Government of India has undertaken various measures like providing reservation in education and employment opportunities, especially to bring up the women status, along with providing reservations in elections of local bodies to overcome this gender discrimination. It has reserved 1/3 of seats in the local elections, especially in Karnataka. 50% reservation has been given to women in local body elections. With this measure, efforts are on to end the discrimination prevalent between genders. Somehow, these are all steps to equalize the gender concept. And the next one, caste discrimination. The concept caste discrimination, just like gender discrimination, caste based discrimination is also challenged to India. Caste system is a gift to Indian political system from the ancient societal system based on Varna. You have studied the concept of Varna system, that is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. From there, from the ancient society, it is a gift to our Indian society. That is nothing but the problem today. It has been become as a evil for India. Many measures have undertaken in the constitution itself to prevent caste-based discrimination. The right for equality and freedom have been included in the section 3 of our Indian constitution. So even though, but the caste system has continued to live even after. These are all the measures, these are all the programs. This cannot be solved only with the legal intervention. In order to, we have to eradicate the system, the society also needs to prepare itself to accept the change. Must and should, the public awareness has to be increased among the human beings. Then only we can remove out the caste discrimination. And the next, regional inequality. Regional inequality is like gender and caste inequality and has posed a big challenge to India. Like some regions of country have achieved a lot of progress, while many parts have remained backward. As in order to remove such inequalities, the article number 371 has been amended from A to J. Through these amendments, backward regions have been given a special status. Take it as an example of our Karnataka. It has given as a measure to development of Hyderabad, Karnataka. So that is the special priority has given for the upgradation, for improvement of those areas. Like that, even in spite of all these measures, the regional inequalities problem has grown to such an extent that many are demanding independent status for themselves. As in this way, Telangana was recently created. In the light of these developments, there is an urgent need to eradicate regional imbalances of the country as early as possible. Otherwise, there will be a huge problems are going to be created. The huge demands and people will rebel. Those are all the benefits to get against the government. As in Karnataka, in order to address the regional imbalances, a committee headed by D.M. Nanjundappa has given a special report on various measures needed to solve the regional imbalance. Some of the most backward regions of Karnataka have been accorded special status by adding Article 371J. Some of the most backward regions of Karnataka have been accorded special status by adding Article 371J. So these are some information about the regional inequality. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed about the problems of India and their solutions. In that, unemployment, corruption, discrimination. In case of, if you having any doubts, related to these topics, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts. So I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.